Hello friends, and welcome to tonight's review. We will be reviewing Deschutes Brewery's Inversion IPA. Now, I got this for Father's Day, the Father's Day party, and it's their flagship India Pale Ale. So, let's see here. At 6.8 ABVs, pretty darn strong. I've already had several bottles of this. I can tell you it's very different from the fresh hop, the fresh squeezed. Now, one thing I've been wanting to do is I'm thinking of perhaps doing a direct taste comparison in between the fresh hop and Uh-oh. I'll never get it right. Okay, this is about 2.5 fingers of head, which is a little bit more head than I was wanting to pour. So, color is one of the darkest I've seen a true IPA. This is a cloudy copper color. Yellow, sort of a yellowy, creamy head, fairly thick. With a very stereotypical IPA scent. Floral. There's quite a bit of dankness going on there. And, of course, hot flowers. Grapefruit citrus. And almost like, I would say, a kind of marmalade-y essence to it. That's sort of like, you know, unsweetened marmalade. You know, that sort of bitter British marmalade. It's kind of has that sort of Seville orange smell to it. Very thick mouthfeel, not much carbonation, though part of that is because I did a crappy pour. Very strong sweet malts up front. Sorry, I'm a little bit congested today. There's a slight booziness to it, not overwhelming though. There's this very distinctive taste to the mid palate that I'm totally at a loss to go and describe a relationship to, but it's very distinct. It just kind of pops up there. I don't know how to describe it. It's sort of sweet and vegetal at the same time. If I have some time to go and sit down and think about it, I might be able to think of some sort of rough parallel there. It's not an unpleasant taste. It's quite interesting, actually. Excuse me, I'm going to blow my nose, see if I can clear my palate out a little bit there. Just a moment. Oh, the joys of a deviated septum. Much better. And there's a very dry, and I haven't got to the finish, but the finish is very dry and resinous and bitter, and it would be kind of overwhelmingly bitter if it wasn't for the strong sweetness of the malts in the front that kind of linger on past the finish. So it's kind of a nice balanced IPA finish that I kind of look for. You have that really strong hops character there, but it's also not just pure hops. Lacing's quite nice. Now, I'd say that a lot of this is not very distinct tasting. It's all kind, other than that brief mid-palate point that kind of bumps up there, it all kind of blends together. Now, this isn't a particularly bad thing because it's all very harmonious. But it is very difficult for me to go and say that there's something very distinct here to it, other than the sort of resiny, the very sweet malt flavor, and the sort of resinous, piney character of the hops. Also, too, it's not very strong smelling, especially when compared to the fresh squeezed. Now, is it bad? No, I wouldn't say it's bad. It's just that my preference is sort of lie towards a more juicy, more fruity end of the IPA spectrum, as opposed to this sort of very piney, very northwestern style IPA. That said, it is very well made, and I'm enjoying drinking it. It's just I enjoyed the fresh squeezed more, but I'd actually like to go and compare them, and so maybe one of the future reviews, I have one bottle left of each, I'll be doing a side-by-side comparison to just kind of go and see the difference in between, the striking difference in between the two styles there. So, Deschutes Inversion IPA. Quite good, especially if you like those old school Pacific Northwest IPAs. It's basically everything you're looking for. That sort of resinous, pininess, as well as front-end sweetness. So, that's your review for tonight, folks. Cheers.